a proto-persona or behavioral segment. And, you know, what you're effectively trying to do here is frame the people that would be supported here by their characteristics. And you've looked into data, you've found patterns, and then you have looked at user behaviors and possible motivations. So you've talked even potentially about jobs to be done. So you now have what you see as a pattern in data, and whether it's a pattern in the data that speaks to user behavior or pattern in the data that speaks to something that needs to be solved. You've then thought about what would need to be done in that space for someone to achieve something meaningful for themselves. And here you're talking a little bit about why those people are trying to achieve that thing, why they're trying to accomplish something in that problem space. So whether you're thinking about how folks might coalesce around a problem that you found in the data, or how people are behaving relevant to a specific human behavioral problem you saw or challenge you saw in the data. So based on day one, just sketch one or two proto-personas or behavioral segments, include motivations, pain points, relevant behaviors. Use it as a lens, not a conclusion, right? So this is just to help, as you're thinking about the problem, for you to consider it from someone's perspective other than your own. And ideally that someone's perspective other than your own would be someone who is highly likely to benefit from whatever solution you're going to produce, in a way that it addresses the core challenge or many core challenges of the problem that you've identified. Create these two persona cards with the behavioral patterns, not demographics, right? So unless their age matters, don't list it. If their gender matters, don't. If it doesn't matter to the problem, don't list it. Think about things that are behavioral or characteristic of that person that speaks directly to the problem that you're solving. So in this case, efficiency seeker, right? We have someone who not only works efficiently, but seeks it out, hates friction, skips onboarding, acts fast. So this would be relative to the onboarding experience. If this had to do with advocacy for people in need, you might have someone different that doesn't like to see suffering, goes out of their way to help people, sacrifices themselves, right? Maybe not the best example, but just trying to add a little additional color to what this may look like. And these can be relatively specific. If your problem you're solving is very, very specific, your example could be specific. If it's broad, it can be fairly broad. I would say match the two. If you feel the need to add 30,000 foot view of the persona as well as a 1,000 or 500 foot view, you can certainly do that, but make it relatively simple and make it so that it definitely sort of directly addresses the challenge at hand. Looking forward to seeing everyone's out from this. This should lead really nicely into framing the research questions for day 4, and good luck with this.